On this episode, we do it at night. Hey everybody, my name's Isam Aziz. I'm your realtor in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is episode 14 of Welcome Home Nashville. Today we're going to piggyback off of last week and talk about what happens when the home doesn't appraise for the contract price. So in 2017, the contracts actually changed in Tennessee to where now most of the responsibility falls on the buyer. The buyer has 2 days to determine whether he wants to terminate the contract or if he wants to work a deal out with the seller. Now, if the buyer doesn't do anything within those 2 days, at that point, the money comes out of the buyer's pocket. He can no longer go to the bank and say, well, my home didn't appraise and they can't give me the loan, so I can't get a loan for this house. Here's responsible for the difference in that money. So let's say that it appraises at $300,000 and the contract price was $310,000. That's a $10,000 difference that the buyer would have to bring at closing. Now, in those 2 days, you can amend the contract and say, I want to make it 5 days or I want to make it 10 days, and you can work a deal out with the seller at that point. Now within those days, what you can do is you can decide that the buyer's going to bring the money to the table, the seller's going to drop down to the appraisal value, or they can meet somewhere in the middle. Or if you decide that you want to terminate the contract, you can do that as well, as long as it's within those days. Now if you do terminate your contract, you will get your earnest money back, as long as it is within those days. So those are different options that you have when the contract price and the appraisal price are different. And if you guys have any questions about that, please feel free to comment down below or text me whenever you want. But that's all I have for this week. Thank you guys. Have a great week and we'll see you next week.